Hello, this is an assessment for restoration or repair of a Bechstein grand piano which has been restored. It's a Model M, which is about 5'9", I think, and it's been in a fire, so it's assessment for fire damage. And first of all, we can see that the keys are very dirty. Obviously the fire's discoloured them, and we'll see what other damage has happened. You can see the names also discoloured by not so obvious to see, but I can see it. I don't know if you can see it on the video. You want to look for cracks on the veneer, because if it's very warm, then obviously the veneer will crack, and there are cracks on it. So that's on the leg. That's commensurate with the kind of damage you get when you heat the casework up. And there are bubbles on the case. It's difficult to see them on the video, but you can see. So that's the front rail there. Obviously, the video is difficult to show everything up, but there are cracks and slight bubbles as well. I don't know how long it's exposed to fire, but obviously there's plenty of ash and debris from the fire falling on here. There, it's dirty and damaged generally. So the rest of the case, obviously scratches, nothing to do with that, but we can see on here we have a crack on the veneer again. This is the underside of the top lid, probably in this position when it was in the fire, and you can see here as well there's a crack, and bubbling is on the side here. It's difficult to show it on the video, I think. Let's just close the lid, push the lid back and see what we can see on the video here. So along this edge, it's actually very difficult to show it up, but I can feel it. So that's obviously bubbling up slightly, and all that is commensurate with fire damage. It's difficult obviously to be sure whether any of the damage was there before, but I would have thought that that's the kind of thing certainly you'd expect. And it's been well veneered, sorry, I beg your pardon, it's been well polyestered, so I can't see that it would have cracked in any other way. Looking around the whole piano, the back, I presume it was the front that was exposed, because the back of the piano is pretty perfect. So the rest of it's perfect and hasn't cracked at all, so I must assume that the cracks have happened because of the fire damage, because the back leg isn't cracked at all. So in summary, I think the casework has got damage. You can't really repair polyester without repolishing, and if you repolish, then the colour of the polyester it looks black, but unfortunately black is varied, so it'll be very, very difficult to repair, get the right black to match the rest of the piano. So in other words, just to repair this and the legs, it is a possibility, but it's getting the colour right. So repolyestering the whole piano is the normal road to go down on that, unfortunately, which is expensive obviously, and the keys obviously can be cleaned. I think the action may have suffered a bit because it feels uneven and a bit heavy, because sometimes usually excessive heat will damage an action. It's difficult to know obviously with that one, so you have to think about what damage is caused by the fire. But I think the polyestering is likely to have been caused by the fire, particularly because we can see it's on the front, the damage, and on the top here, not on the back of the piano. So that's my assessment of that. And the piano itself is a high quality, it's a 1924 Bechstein, but really well restored, so that's encouraging. It's an excellent piano, quite valuable, so definitely worth doing. I hope that's helpful. Thank you very much for listening.